So we have been talking about creating depth in our artwork. You just got done looking at Christina's World by Andrew Wyeth, and now you're going to do a practice drawing to make it look like there's depth. So when you looked at Christina's World, I wanted you to talk about how there was foreground. Remember, foreground is what is in the front of the artwork. That is what is closest to the viewer. Then there's middle ground, which is in the middle of the artwork. And then there's the background, what is in the back of the artwork. And I am labeling mine. You do not need to label yours, okay? So I'm going to start out, just to make it easier for myself, to draw kind of a line for the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. I'm going to be doing a landscape outside. Mine is just going to be trees and a house. You can go ahead and make a city. You can make yours on Mars. You can have aliens or unicorns walking around down the road. People can be skiing on mountains, whatever you want, as long as you have foreground, middle ground, and background. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start to draw things. So I'm going to start by drawing a very large tree, because what is close to you looks bigger. As things go further away, they appear to be smaller. So I'm also going to draw another tree, and this tree is going to be farther away. So on my paper, it's going to look smaller, okay? If I put these trees side by side in real life, they'd be the same size. But as things go away from you, they're going to get smaller. So up close, something will appear big, and as it goes away, it's going to look like it gets small, okay? And I want you to think about that when you're drawing. So I drew a couple trees. I'm going to add a building on mine. And I'm not going to take too much time to draw everything. I just kind of want to give you an idea for your artwork. So I'm going to have a path coming from the building. As it gets closer to me, it's getting bigger, okay? Because remember, what's close to you is big, and as it goes away, it looks smaller, okay? Once I have this done, you're going to show me the foreground, the middle ground, and background. You need to have something in each of them. And then you need to have some details. I would like you to add more details than I did, but I don't want to take up all your time. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to outline mine with Sharpie. And I'm going to take the time to do that neatly. We are going to be adding color to these. You will be able to use crayons or colored pencils to do that. I'm going to erase the pencil line when I am done. But like I said, I'm going quickly so that you have more time to work. I want you to take your time. Okay, so I have something in the front, the middle, and the back of my artwork. Things that are up close look bigger. As they go away, they look smaller. Now you're going to be able to use crayon or colored pencil to add color. Whichever you choose, you need to take your time when you're adding color. So we are getting to the point where when we're coloring things in, we should not be coloring them in just one solid color. So I'm going to start up with the sky, and I'm going to be using 2 different colors of blue in my sky. So I used a lighter blue, and then I'm going to add some darker blue over top of it. When you are starting to mix and blend colors in your artwork, I want you to just do 2 colors that are the same, but just lighter or darker, so just a different value, okay? And put them over top of each other in some areas. It's just going to make your artwork look a little bit more finished and like a little bit more professional, okay? So I'm just kind of blending. So I did a little bit of the sky for you so you can kind of see how that looks, okay? Some people like to color all different directions. I like to color all different directions. Whichever way you want, just please make sure that you are trying to use 2 different colors. So I did part of my sky, and I used 2 different colors of blue. So when you get closer, you can see the different colors in the sky. Okay, so I'm going to do another example of this on the grass. So I'm going to have green grass. I have 2 different colors of green, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to color some with the darker green, and then I'm going to go over top of it with the lighter green. Because when objects are in real life, the colors aren't really flat, okay? They have different, tints and shades depending on like where the light's hitting them. And so this is just going to give it a little bit more realistic look and a little bit of texture, okay? So you're just going to keep coloring it in neatly. Remember, you can do this with crayon or you can do this with colored pencil. We want to try to mix the colors on our paper, okay? So once again, we're working on foreground, middle ground, and background. What's in the front, what's in the middle, and what's in the back. Things that are up front are big. They're going to get smaller as they go away. When you're adding color, try to do a light and a dark in each area to add more interest, okay? If you have any questions, please ask. Make yours more interesting than mine. Mine's kind of boring. Have fun things happening. You could have cows walking down the street shopping in a city, okay? So make it interesting, have fun, creating depth on your artwork. I look forward to seeing what you make.